Yes, Assalamu alaikum. Zubair Hussain is here. I'm certified Cambridge economics teacher. My dear students, I have my own notes, O-level economics notes, AS level economics notes, and A2 level economics notes. These notes are published by the MS Books and their availability in the domestic market as well as in the international market. Dear students, this video is for the AS students. The topic which I'm going to teach, the name of the topic is Basic Economic Problem. Right? That is the first topic of your syllabus. Before going into the depth of the basic economic problem, my dear students, I'm going to define what is meant by the economy. Economy is an area where people produce and consume the goods and services. Right? This means that, my dear students, they are the two major agents of the economy. The first agent of the economy is consumer. The other agent of the economy is producer. Okay? These two agents form the economy. Dear students, consumer have demand, because consumer want to fulfill the needs and wants. Whereas producer pick the demand from the consumer side and allocate the resources to produce goods and services. Okay? My dear students, these from the consumer side, wants are unlimited in nature, where from the producer side resources are, my dear students, limited. Okay? From the consumer side wants are unlimited. From the producer side resources are limited to fulfill these unlimited wants. So there arises a problem. Okay? So before going to discuss a problem, I'm going to discuss these limited resources. These are land, labor, capital, enterprise. These are the four resources which are limited in nature. That is why the unlimited wants are not to be fulfilled of the consumer. Okay? So I am going to explain these resources, these limited resources. The first one is land. Land means natural resource. Natural resources are classified or can be divided into further two categories: renewable and non-renewable. Renewable mean these resources cannot be depleted with their use. These are air, sunlight, right, fresh water, sand, etc. These cannot be depleted. They are unlimited in nature. Whereas non-renewable resources would deplete with their use. These are the minerals, fossil fuels, okay, forests. So if we will use these resources, a time will come, they will deplete. खत्म हो जाएंगे ये, कम हो जाएंगे ये. ठीक है? So every economy have to face the problem of land like natural resources. This resource is limited in nature in every economy. Second is labor. The meaning of labor is any physical or mental effort for the monetary reward. The labor can be skilled and unskilled. right? So every economy face the problem of less labor, and if there is a more labor, that is not skilled. Okay. The third resource is capital. Capital mean in economics, the meaning of the capital is machines, right? These are the man-made goods that produce further goods. These are the machines. Anything that help in the production of goods and services come into the category of the capital. The last one is the enterprise. My dear students, these are the four resources. Okay. Every economy facing the problem of these shortage of these resources. Okay. So up till now, what we have learned from the consumers, they are the two major agents of the economy. First one is the consumer, another one is the producer. Consumer have unlimited wants and producer have limited resources, right? Okay. And they are the two major agents that form the economy. Now, students, we are able to develop our own definition of the economics. What is the definition of the economics? We have unlimited wants and limited resources. Economics deals with the study how to utilize these limited resources in the efficient way. Efficient way में आपने ये resources जो है वो utilize करने हैं to fulfill the maximum needs and wants of the people. This means that economics can be is the name of the management of the resources. Management of the scarce resources. Okay. Next. Students, we have limited resources, unlimited wants. So there arises a problem. The name of that problem is scarcity. My dear students, this is the basic economic problem. Basic economic problem. It is also a fundamental economic problem. If any person asks you what is the basic economic or what is the fundamental economic problem from the economic point of view, you can say scarcity that arises due to limited resources and unlimited wants. Okay. So this is the first important concept of the economics. Okay. My dear students, where you face a scarcity, we must have to make the choice. हमें choice करना होगी, right? हमें choose करना होता है related to what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. Because we cannot produce everything, we must have to make the choice. So in this decision-making process, in the choice, we must have to give the answer of three economic questions. What to produce? क्या produce करना है? How to, what techniques are to be used? And for whom to produce? Which wants are to be fulfilled? These are the three basic economic questions which have to be answered during the process of the choice when we face scarcity. Okay. So the first important concept of the economics, scarcity. The second is choice. And the third economic concept is opportunity cost. Opportunity cost mean the next best alternative forgone. Right? What does this mean? इसके meaning क्या है? Suppose that, my dear students, you have piece of land like this. Okay. On this piece of land, you want to build a park or hospital. Okay. This piece of land is fixed. This piece of land is scarce in nature. Okay. And you want to build park and hospital. Both cannot be built. So you are facing the problem of the scarcity. Now you have make choice. The second important concept use here. You have make choice to build hospital. This means that's the second concept involved. Okay. You have foregone the park. Foregone the park. Park को आपने forgo कर दिया. Park will become the opportunity cost. ठीक है? What you have decided to build hospital and you have forego the park will become opportunity cost. So you can say that the opportunity cost of the hospital is park. Okay? So these are the three basic concepts of the economics, my dear students, which build the basis of economics. Okay? Which build the basis of economics. Okay, my dear students, I am going to recall my lesson. A lesson is about the basic economic problem. So I have defined the economy. Economy is an area where people produce and consume the goods and services. This means that there are the two major agents of the economy. The first one is the consumer, another one is the producer. Consumer have demand. Demand mean consumer want to fulfill its needs and wants. So wants are unlimited nature, where the producer have limited resources to fulfill these needs and wants. These resources are land, labor, capital and enterprise. Okay. So land mean natural resources that can be renewable and non-renewable. Labor, skilled, unskilled. Capital means machines. Enterprise is basically the ability to take risk and manage the business. These resources are limited in nature. From here we are able to develop the definition of the economics. Okay. Economics basically deals with how to utilize these resources that are limited in nature to fulfill the maximum wants of the people. Okay. So where we face this problem, unlimited wants and limited resources, this means that in economics there arises a problem, and the name of that problem is basic economic problem. Okay? And the name of that problem is scarcity. And where we face scarcity, we must have to make the choice. In the choice process, we must have to give the answer. What to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. These are the three basic economic questions, my dear students. Right? Okay. Where we make the choice, there is another concept, economic concept, that is opportunity cost. Okay? The meaning of opportunity cost is the next best alternative for gone. And I have given you the example through which I explain it. Right? Suppose that you have a piece of land, hospital and park. Okay? So piece of land is scarce in nature. Right? You have to make the choice between the two. You choose the hospital, if you have foregone the park. So the park will become the opportunity cost. Right? The hospital have opportunity cost, that is park. Okay. So hope so you have enjoyed this lesson, the basis of the economics. Thank you very much.